So we just watched Elliot Hoffman destroy a drum set. This man from outer space doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And during his videos, there's so much going on. There's so much happening. It's so hard for me to make a comment about something because as I'm formulating a thought to say something, something else cool happens. And I don't want to talk over the cool things that are happening. And it just becomes a big video of me having my brains blown out. But I wanted to make this follow-up to touch on a few things, few magic tricks, a few illusions, if you will, illusions that Elliot uses. And I'm not going to do a deep dive. I'm not going to break down every single thing and transcribe time signatures and do all this stuff. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't have time to do all that. But I will share a few little things that I noticed that he does. So, and these are cool concepts that you can totally apply to your own playing, practice them, work on them, tweak them. They're terrific and will expand your vocabulary tremendously. And I'm all about that. That's my whole goal, is to teach drummers how to expand their drumming vocabulary. One of the concepts that he uses is he likes to displace accents. So the concept is pretty simple. You take a grid of 16th notes, 1 E and you're going to accent the downbeat. Then you're going to, next time around, you're going to accent the E. Next time around, you're going to accent the and. Next time around, you're going to accent the 2, 3, 4. Practice the grid. And that's how you get started doing stuff like this, is you keep time, you set a metronome, and you just try to displace that accent and try to come back on the 1. And then you can do it instead of a group of 4 16th notes, you can do 2, so on like that. And then you can do it with 1. That's where it starts. But from there, you can do a lot more. If you wanted to do, first level, you could displace the snare hits on a groove, and we'll just do like a bar of 3. You would displace the snare to the E, then to the and, then to the and then come back around. Now, if you want to get a little bit crazier, then you can displace the bass drum and the snare drum. So the bass drum would play a downbeat, the snare drum would play the E, then the bass drum would play the E and the snare would play the and, then the bass drum would play the and the snare would play the and then it would start over again. See if I can even play this. I didn't transcribe that from him. I don't know if he played that or not, but that's the basic idea, is just displace different notes in different places, and you can kind of create these really crazy beats. You can really mess with a lot of time if you do that. If you've got all 4 limbs displacing beats, nobody will know what to do, except you'll know exactly where you are. So the next concept is making it sound like you're rushing or speeding up, accelerando, or slowing down, retardando. It can be done where, you just gradually speed up, you gradually slow down. Difficult to get a whole band to lock that in and play that together. But you can do it mathematically where everyone knows where everything is and it still has that same kind of cadence. This is something that is done a lot in like drum and bugle corps, where you need an entire drum line and an entire band to play together and keep time together, but you also want them to have that effect of an accelerando. A way to do that is to break it down by quarter note triplets, eighth notes, eighth note triplets, 16th notes, and you can continue on like that. So you do it faster, like when you do it in quicker succession, you get kind of a cool accelerando effect. And I think that might be what he's doing on these parts where it's, you know, there are endless possibilities with stuff like that. It's a super simple concept. I think in his song, I think in that early part of the video, you can kind of hear it, where the time just kind of suddenly falls back. Very, very useful in a lot of different genres. Now, the third concept is this idea of groupings, pattern grouping. It's a wacky one. If you're gonna play a pattern, build it in a way that is patterned, but also kind of sounds like it's not. So let's say you take like a 2-3 clave. You could take that concept of a 2 and a 3 and add, you know, second notes to it. You know, dago, 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 dago. That in itself is the basis of what I feel like he's doing. So he'll take a pattern and he'll do like, I'm gonna do, and he'll do it with his double bass pedal, right? So he'll have a groove going and he'll be like, you know, let's say that this is in whatever time signature X, and he'll do 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, or something like that. Or did it, 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 did it. Crazy. What Elliot, what I think he does, and he can call me out for this, but I think he's combining the pattern grouping with accent displacement. So he'll say, I'm going to play this pattern of 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to play it on the downbeat. I'm going to play the 2 on the downbeat. I'm going to play the 3 on the E. I'm going to play the 4 on the and. I'm going to play 3 on the and then I'm coming back to 2 on the 1. So, da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I can't even sing it. That's the basic idea. And when you do it that complicated, because then you're talking about like, well, if we can go there, let's go farther and let's displace what the hands do compared to what the feet do, and let's pattern displace what the hands do and what the feet do. You'll blow everybody's mind. Those are the things I noticed. I just love Elliot as a drummer. I think he's great. Inspired me to practice a little bit today to try to figure some of this out. So I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it and go practice and appreciate something like that. From Mr. Elliot Hoffman, go watch his original video. Go buy the record, buy a t-shirt, go see him live. I think they're touring right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.